'Twas the night before Cthulhu, and all through the tomb not a night gaunt was lurking. Anywhere in the gloom the entrails were hung with the gravest of care to attract any ghouls who were prowling round there, and each festering coffin was home to the dead who had visions of Riley in each rotting head. So I lay down to rest, not eternal lie, for who is not dead cannot really die, when out of the darkness I heard a galumping, a sound like the Dunwich freaks' rhythmical thumping, and then to my bulging eyes did appear a sight that was ghastly, gruesome, and drear. My nostrils were flared by a terrible stench. 'Twas old high karate applied at full drench. I had to choke back my intention to puke as my bloody orb saw a foul orange toque on the head of a man with both glasses and beard, and a slab of a belly that made him look weird. How I wished I was mad, how I wished I was snoring, when I suddenly knew I was staring at Warren. And then, in a voice more Garfield than mellow, the fat bearded twit began he to bellow from cracked drooling lips that bubbled with froth the names of his herd of shambling Shoggoth. On Harley, on Randolph, on Abdul al-Hazred, and don't lag behind, you hoary old bastard, and don't whine to me that you find yourself tired. On Gedney, Danforth, Armitage, and Dyer, and don't dawdle there at the rear of the bunch. I'm a-talking to you, here, Dr. von Junst. We interrupt this poem for an editorial note. In naming the herd, I'd no room for the best. No Zadok Allen, no Doc Herbert West. We now return you to our poem. Then up to my shunned house they went with a bound, alighting like they were the Hound on the Mound. And then down the chimney old Warren he fell, before he unleashed a most hideous yell. As to the cause of his titanic ire, well, the old fireplace had a roaring fire. He put out the flames, for he was still smoking, and then, in a voice like Sasagua croaking, Sasagua ain't the only one croaking today. Sasagua croaking, he said, "Have you been wicked? Have you been bad? Have you been evil? Have you gone mad? Have you been stuck on a lonely life raft with nothing to read but Howard Lovecraft? Then come read with me. But what are the choices? Don't be catonic. Come, belch out your voices. Help me to compile my damned reading list, and you'd better help, or I'm going to be pissed. You know what I mean. Yes, you know. so leave your suggestions in the comments below. Then Warren lumbered off like a bat out of hell, leaving behind just his fetid smell. But over the shoulder of his grimy shirt, he had just time for one final blurt. Happy Christmas to all, and Cthulhu vertagen! Cthulhu vertagen! Merry Christmas, dear listeners. Hope you made it this far. I'm glad I made it this far. Every Christmas, I celebrate the festering season by sitting at my dining room table, a cup of coffee in one hand, think I'd better put some rum in it, a can of beer in the other, as I read an H.P. Lovecraft story each night of the 13 days, or should that be 13 nights, of Christmas. Won't you join me this year? Here's my short list of stories thus far. 1. The Statement of Randolph Carter. And no, Warren is not dead. 2. The Unnameable. 3. The Picture in the House. 4. The Hound. 5. The Mound. 6. The Shadow over Innsmouth. 7. At the Mountains of Madness. 8. The Whisperer in Darkness. Seems almost autobiographical today. 9. The Shadow Out of Time. 10. The Call of Cthulhu. 11. The Dunwich Horror. 12. The Thing on the Doorstep. And number 13, and most appropriate, the Festival. Any suggestions for stories to add to my list or delete from my list? Then let me know in the comments below. And stay safe, stay healthy, stay subscribed, ring the bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and feel free to share this video with anyone you please. If this is your first visit to my channel, please consider subscribing. My name is Warren, and I write and tell original ghost stories and original horror stories featuring such cryptids as the Night Floaters, werewolves, and the Black-Eyed Children. So again, please consider subscribing. Please help me, please, oh my gosh, please help me to reach my goal of 2,021 subs in 2021. Okay, make it 2,022 subs in 2022. Till midnight, cheers, and a Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good fright. What a time to get a cold. I bet Mortis Media gave it to me. Thanks a lot, buddy. Just kidding, just kidding.